Chapter 182. Alex, is this? Did the White family really give this villa to you? Trump asked Alex in surprise when he finally regained his senses. Yes, Dad, Alex replied as he smiled. This? You, Trump stuttered. He felt as though he was still dreaming. Emma hurried over to her father before she said, Dad, why don't you sit down and rest for a while? Since Mr. White has already explained the situation to everyone, everyone should know clearly now that this villa rightfully belongs to Alex. Emma specifically emphasized the words rightfully belongs because she wanted her relatives to hear her loud and clear. Olivia's mother held her hand against her chest in disbelief before she muttered, the White family must be really insane. If they wanted to give this villa to someone else, why didn't they give it to me instead? She was not the only one in disbelief because the rest of them were also very shocked at this time. In fact, Harold was extremely jealous of Alex. He could never afford to buy this villa even if he worked hard for 50 lifetimes, but how did this good fortune fall on someone like Alex? What kind of luck did he have? His father's face was still pale, and the fact that Hazel had ignored him did not matter anymore. He felt that this villa should have been his daughter's property in the future, but unfortunately, it had ended up in Alex's hands instead. This was totally unacceptable. He looked at his daughter who was still crying miserably before he looked at Alex, and he could feel his heart sinking immediately. He had always looked down on Trump for the longest time, but now, the latter was actually so many steps above him because of his son-in-law. How could he accept this? Harold's father suddenly spoke up and asked, Alex, what kind of favor does Mr. White owe you? Are you going to help him under the Richard family's name? Alex replied lightly, well, this is my personal business, so there is no need for me to explain myself to you. After that, Alex turned around and spoke to Leo. It is already getting late. Please help me to see the guests off. Even though Harold's father claimed to be his elder, he was nothing at all in Alex's eyes. Leo nodded respectfully before he said to the crowd, excuse me, and please follow me. I will lead everyone to the door. Harold's father glared at Alex furiously before he calmly walked out of the villa. Olivia also shot Alex a look of resentment before following after her father's footsteps. They felt extremely broken at this time. They could not imagine how a useless son-in-law who depended on his wife could actually run into such good luck. Finally, Leo closed the door behind him before going back to the guest room without disturbing Alex and his family. After Harold's family had left the villa, Emma suddenly asked, Alex, it is time for you to tell us the truth now. Why don't you tell us what you did for the White family and why they owe you for this favor? Alex hesitated for a moment because he did not know how he should explain himself. A few days ago, the White family had helped Gary to hold a banquet and competition where they wanted to unify the entire metaphysics community in Oris Hill. However, Jack had been struck to death by Alex's own Thunder Order, and the White family had been so afraid that he would also condemn them. Therefore, Hazel had decided to give him the villa as a token of their appreciation and to show how grateful he was toward Alex. In fact, they were simply afraid that Alex would be so angry that he might kill them without any hesitation at all. After thinking about it, Alex finally replied, I helped the White family with their feng shui matters. Therefore, they decided to repay me by giving this villa to me. What? Emma and her parents were shocked. Alex, you helped other people to look at their feng shui? Emma's eyes widened in disbelief. Alex nodded. Yes. Emma continued questioning him with a puzzled expression on her face. Where did you learn about feng shui anyway? Alex smiled before he replied, by watching the television. There are so many feng shui programs on television nowadays. Upon hearing that, Emma began panicking as she blurted out, Alex, are you insane? Who gave you the courage to give feng shui advice to other people just because you watched some feng shui programs on television? Moreover, you actually dared to accept such an expensive villa as a token?